Here's what Hazbin Hotel would look like in live action. Spoilers, it's horrifying. For the role of Charlie, we're looking at a slew of big pop stars. First among them, Sabrina Carpenter. She's got the singing and acting credentials on lock, and she's one of the most famous pop stars in the world. We'd be lucky to have her. Next up, Renee Rapp. She starred as Regina George in both the Broadway musical Mean Girls as well as its 2024 film adaptation. My only real qualm with her is that I don't know how much of Charlie's innocence she can pull off. After all, she is kind of a, mean girl. And for my third pick, I'm going with Taylor Swift. While her roles in The Lorax and Cats haven't done a whole lot for her career, they at least prove that she can act, even if it seems her agent has a hard time picking the right movies. I'm very sweaty. Out of those three, let's go Sabrina Carpenter. 'Cause hey, she's Sabrina Carpenter. Then there's perhaps the most famous character from Hazbin Hotel, Alastor, the radio demon. Daniel Radcliffe could probably handle the role. We'd need someone who's capable of going all out with their performance, and he's definitely proven himself to be a wild man since finishing with Harry Potter. Timothée Chalamet could also be a standout for the role. He's got the necessary twink credentials down while also having a broad enough acting range to get across Alastor's more nefarious moods. And then there's the one I saw in a casting thread on Reddit, Bill Skarsgård, who of course played Pennywise and therefore has the villainous side of Alastor down. He's also a master of creating memorable, creepy voices, which could be very valuable in the role. And honestly, all three are great options, but let's stick with Bill Skarsgård. He has yet to disappoint, and I bet he'd have a lot of fun in the role.
Woo! I'm a sweaty boy. I'm a sweaty boy today.
Then there's Charlie's beau/bodyguard Vaggie. Honestly, you could just place voice actress Stephanie Beatrice in the role and be done with it, but I like to give myself three options, so let's try two more. Olivia Rodrigo would be an interesting choice, partly due to her speculated real-life spat with Sabrina Carpenter. To have them play lovers would do gangbusters for the marketing, and boy howdy, we love ourselves some marketing. And for my third choice, how about, I don't know, Mia Goth. She's big right now. And she can sing. And she's got a knack for playing tough female characters. I just love Mia Goth. Heck, I'm gonna go with Olivia Rodrigo. I just want to see her and Carpenter together trying to help demons and junk. For Angel Dust, we're going to need a twink with a capital T. Blake Roman, who voices the character, could himself make for a proper live-action angel. Joe Locke, whom you may remember as Scarlet Witch's kiddo in Agatha All Along, would make for a slightly more unconventional take on the character. And yet, the twink is still strong with this one. Meanwhile, Harry Styles can kinda act, and he's definitely got the singing chops for Angel Dust. He isn't the twinkiest around, but it'd be hilarious seeing him cursing up a storm as everyone's favorite porn demon. I live in Las Vegas and it's really hot. The air conditioning's off so I can record this spot. And I'm gonna go with Blake Roman, just because he seems twinky. For Husk, Keith David is the obvious pick since he and his luxurious voice currently fill the role in the cartoon. Jamie Foxx could also work if we wanted to go with a bit more of a name. He's got the necessary riz, and he's proven himself as a singer. And I don't know, how about another Reddit pick, Idris Elba? He's got a strong voice and plenty of laid-back on-screen charisma, and like the other two, he's a talented singer as well. Out of those three, I'm gonna go with Elba, if only because he seems more age-appropriate. No one can beat Keith David's voice, though. Then there's the villainous Valentino, who controls poor Angel Dust and produces all of his films. Pedro Pascal could work. He's got a certain flamboyance to him that would work well with the character, and something tells me he'd find the part to be a lot of fun. Billy Porter might be a less obvious choice, but he could tackle Valentino, and he's definitely got the flamboyance down. The only question is whether he can be the proper level of menacing. I'm really sweaty. I'm really sweaty. And lastly, let's see how voice actor Joel Perez would look taking on the live-action version of his character. Pretty good. I'm sticking with Pedro Pascal, though. He's a little overplayed nowadays, but I just feel like he'd relish such a villainous role. A villainous role. Of course, we have to include Sir Pentious, a character who will no doubt drive my poor AI artist to the brink of madness. Alex Brightman voices Sir Pentious, and has some pretty stellar credentials beyond that, including originating the titular character in Beetlejuice the Musical, for which he won a Tony Award nomination. Won a Tony Award nomination. That's not the right way to put that. Received a Tony Award nomination. There we go. You don't win a nomination. You He lost the award to someone else. I don't know. I'm reading off a script. Andrew Garfield could also work. I don't really have a good reason to include him. I just really think he'd make a good snake person. For my third pick, I'm going with Adrian Brody. Again, I just feel like I have a natural predilection for picking snake people. Out of those three, I'm actually going to save Brightman for his other voice role, Adam. For Sir Pentious, I'm going with Andrew Garfield. Again, I just know he'd make a quality snake person. And finally, we'd be real dum-dums to not cast someone in the role of Lucifer. Like every male character in this show, he is essentially another twink, and sadly we've used up most of our twink resources. Twink sources, if you will. Beyond that, he should probably be a bit older, what with the whole being Charlie's dad thing. I get that he's immortal and really doesn't have to be older, but we're going for visual shorthand here, so we're gonna go with older. Neil Patrick Harris seems like the obvious choice here. He's got the musical talent and would no doubt relish playing the Prince of Darkness. Alan Cumming is another somewhat obvious choice, although with both of these, we might be skewing a bit older than necessary. How about another Reddit pick? Alex Pettifer. He's in his 30s, so he strikes a fine balance between a younger pick and one who's a bit older. I do wish he was a bit more of a twink, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, you know? Yeah, screw it, let's go with Neil Patrick Harris. The whole thing is a stupendously terrible idea, so why the heck not? As for what direction this adaptation would take, I think it's safe to just adapt season 1 into a feature-length film. It's not a terribly long season of television after all, so I could see it being abridged pretty easily. That said, perhaps the best way of handling a live-action adaptation of Hazbin Hotel would be to just not do it at all. This is one of those animations that really works in large part due to it being animated, and as you can tell from our AI interpretations, a loyal adaptation is likely to be more horrifying than Adam purging the underworld of all demonic life. As such, I'm going to preemptively agree with the comments and just say nah to the whole endeavor. Pass. Hard pass. Ain't gonna do it. But what do you think? Could Hazbin Hotel work in live action? Am I too obsessed with twinks? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching ScreenRant. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.